and I thought, oh no, not set by individuals wanting to destroy.
Maple Grove police are launching an arson investigation after a fire at a historic building on Tuesday night. Fire crews were called to the Maple Grove Village Hall building shortly after 9 Tuesday. Maple Grove historians are calling the fire damage a terrible loss for the community. Reporter Sonia Goins has the latest on the story.
This historic building was severely damaged. Clearly, you can tell that most of the roof was on fire. Meanwhile, Maple Grove fire officials are on the scene trying to determine what caused the two-alarm fire.
How bad is it inside?
Wednesday morning, 2 members of the Maple Grove Historic Preservation Society met with the fire chief to see the damage firsthand.
Not a good thing.
Sadness.
Yes.
It's part of our city.
Former Maple Grove City Administrator Al Matson says it's heartbreaking to see part of the city's legacy damaged.
Well, I would hope that it can be recovered and rebuilt because it is part of our history.
The historic Maple Grove Village Hall was used as the primary offices of Maple Grove from 1939 until 1975.
The first Village Hall was destroyed in 1939 by a tornado. And then this was the second one.
It was on the corner of 30 and 121, and it was the City Hall building for many years.
The building holds a lot of memories for longtime Maple Grove resident Joyce Dean.
When my kids were little, we had our 4-H meetings when it was no longer used as a meeting place for the city council.
Most recently, the building was used by the city's Park and Rec department. Investigators say the fire started at the back of the building and quickly spread.
Fire pushing out of a window and a significant amount of smoke.
Officials say someone intentionally set the place on fire. This latest fire happened not too far from Lynde Greenhouse, which is also being investigated as arson. At this time, investigators do not think the two are connected.
At this point, we're trying to pin down the point of origin.
Meanwhile, residents are hoping the building is salvageable.
So it's terrible to lose, Or hopefully it can be fixed. And that's not a total loss.
In Maple Grove, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
And on Wednesday, Maple Grove police released a photo of a vehicle caught on a surveillance camera just before the fire. Police are looking for the driver of this white Chevy Equinox with dark-colored rims and a black antenna on the roof. Police are asking residents to check their video doorbells and cameras between 8:30 and 9:30 Tuesday night for images of this vehicle. Meanwhile, the Maple Grove police investigation into the Lynde greenhouse fire continues. Police are investigating the Sunday, October 2nd fire as a possible arson. A couple of days after the fire, police identified 5 juveniles as persons of interest, but no arrests have been made in the case, and police continue to seek help from the public in providing additional clues. The fire severely damaged several buildings on the site. Meanwhile, power has been restored to the business. The greenhouse recently expanded its hours to 9 to 5 daily, selling plants for the fall season. In Brooklyn Center, police arrested 5 juveniles that police say stole 2 vehicles on Tuesday. According to Brooklyn Center police, officers from multiple departments surrounded the neighborhood near the apartments on the 3400 block of 53rd Avenue North. After an extensive search Tuesday evening, police made the arrest. Police say the suspects first stole a Kia seen in this photo from an apartment building on Northway Drive. They then stole a Hyundai Tucson, driving away in both vehicles. The vehicles later crashed. Police say the 5 juveniles were booked into the Juvenile Detention Center pending pickup by a legal guardian. The Minnesota DNR has confirmed zebra mussels in Maple Grove's Fish Lake. The confirmation comes after the Three Rivers Park District found the invasive species near the South Public Boat Access. Divers then found evidence of zebra mussels infesting 4 areas of the lake. Minnesota law requires people to clean their boats and drain all water after exiting a lake. A New Hope car wash is getting ready to host a big event at the end of the month. As Delane Cleveland reports, it will be a chance to not only clean your car, but to experience a whole slew of emotions.
Welcome to Tom's Express.
There comes a time for every car owner,
and you're all good to go,
when you have to run your vehicle through a car wash.
Please place the car in neutral
to remove various layers of filth. And since 2019,
And have you been a member with us before?
Tommy's Express Car Wash in New Hope has been a go-to spot
I love it because they clean my car very well.
for people who want their sweet rides looking squeaky clean.
Definitely a really busy wash and yeah, a lot of recurring customers, so it's fun seeing the same people every day.
Tommy's Express Car Wash in New Hope receives on average about 500 cars a day. But just a few days before Halloween, people will make their way here for much more than a simple car wash. For 2 nights, this simple car wash will undergo a transformation and become a tunnel of terror.
We have actors surrounding the whole property and they'll pop up and surprise you no matter where you're at.
Cody Giguère says the idea of a haunted car wash originated a few years ago as a way to do something fun and get the community involved. This will be the 4th year of creeping out customers in New Hope.
It's a lot of fun just kind of getting together, get that haunted house vibe that everyone loves, but you also get a great car wash at the same time.
Yes, you'll still have the benefit of getting your car washed through this process, just as long as you're okay with the idea of encountering murderous, flesh-hungry clowns.
There definitely will be some scary moments. We'll have some music playing, we'll have fog machines going, and a lot of jump scares as well that you can expect as you're going through the wash.
It's an event that should be memorable for anyone brave enough to take part, although it isn't everyone's cup of tea.
Why everybody have the leg and dislike? I just don't like it.
In New Hope, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
The Tunnel of Terror takes place October 28th and 29th from 7 until 9 p.m. The price is $20, but members can go through for free.
It was Section Final night for several local prep soccer teams. In Section 5-3A, the top-seeded Maple Grove boys played host to second-seed Champlin Park in a championship-level match. Jason Malillo has the highlights.
Championship night for Section 5-3A boys soccer. It's Maple Grove against Champlin Park. First half, Sylvester Doe penetrates for the Rebels and rips a shot, but it's knocked down by Crimson goalie Holden Waldrum, and then the rebound try is cleared away by Reese Saladin. Later in the first, the Champlin Park goal kick is headed down by Grove's Aaron Badillo, and Chris Franz floats the shot in, and the Crimson is on the board. Late first half, a nice free kick by CP's Chase Poston, but a diving stop by Waldrum keeps Grove on top. And the senior keeper stops everything that comes his way in the second half as Maple Grove wins 1-0, advancing to the state tournament for the first time since 2019.
I think that this shows a lot of dedication and a lot of just sheer raw talent and just love for the game to come out here and just absolutely throw down with this Champlin Park team that is also an amazing team as well.
The Wayzata boys soccer team is ranked 3rd in the state in Class 3A behind Stillwater and Maple Grove. The once-beaten Trojans faced a section playoff nemesis in the 6-3A final. Jay Wilcox has more.
Top seed Wayzata hosting 3rd seed Washburn for the Section 6 3A Boys Soccer Championship. Wayzata's Jackson Widman with a free kick, and he fools everyone, rolling the low shot directly in as the Trojans break a 0-0 tie 26 minutes in. Less than 4 minutes later, Mike Orloff splits the defenders to get in close to score his 20th goal of the season. It's 2-0 Trojans at halftime. Second half, and they add to the lead as Miles Redmond crosses it to Cam Williams, and his header bounces past the keeper and in. Wayzata is headed to state after a 3-0 win over the Millers.
3-0 results, always good. Always feels good to win the sections, you know. It's one of the toughest sections in the state, so it feels good. But again, job's not finished. There's nothing to be satisfied about, going for that state championship.
Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
The Wayzata girls soccer team is the only Class 3A team without a loss this season. The unbeaten Trojans were looking to win their 29th section title Tuesday night.
The 3rd-seeded Hopkins Royals coming to Plymouth to take on the top-seeded Trojans on a cold, windy afternoon. Just over 10 minutes into the match, Wayzata's Tenley Senden arcs a nice shot over Royals keeper Laney Curtinson in, giving Wayzata a 1-0 lead on Senden's 5th goal of the season.
That was beautiful.
Great play here by the Trojans. Anna Warnicki coming up with a steal. Then she crosses the ball where it comes to Lily Nyer. She scores from in tight. It's 3-0 Wayzata.
What a nice
Late in the first half, Nyer with a good move. Feeds the pass to Kaylee Cord, who scores with a heel kick. Wayzata's all over Hopkins and leads 4-0 at halftime. Hopkins gets on the scoreboard 12 minutes into the second half. All-State forward Avery Petty catches up to the ball, outracing the defender and blasts the shot into the Wayzata net, and it's 4-1. But the Trojans just keep coming on offense. Grace Espy loses the ball, gets it back, then shoots and scores. Espy scores twice as the top-ranked Trojans head back to the state tournament with a 7-1 section final win.
So we have a few injured players, so we have to overcome that adversity and just play for each other out on the field so we all trust each other, and that's really helpful.
The state tournament for both boys and girls begins next week. Also advancing to state from the area Tuesday were Providence Academy, Breck, and Benilde St. Margaret's in girls soccer, and the Maranatha Christian Academy boys. That's all for sports. More CCX News after this.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.